Hello everyone, this is Z and welcome to Healing with Z. So today I wanted to come back and just update you guys on progress and to let you know how I feel since it's been officially 23 days since I got off the anticonvulsant medication. So I had my last dose of Keppra on September 30th, and on October 1st it was the very first day being off of medication. So I went to sleep at my normal bedtime. It's between 9:30 ish. I went to bed and I was sleeping, and around 11:30 p.m. I woke up. Like, my husband woke me up and he was crying and holding me, and I was like so confused. And apparently I had a seizure in my sleep. And apparently I make this noise, like this like sound, almost like I'm gasping for air, like I'm having trouble breathing. So he heard that because he was still up. So he heard the sound, so he rushed into the bedroom, and I was there like seizing, and I had no idea. So he woke me up, and I don't know how long it took for me to get out, like to get, like to my normal self. But I remember I was so confused. Like, I had gotten back from South Africa on the 29th, September 29th. And so he was like asking me this question. It's like, do you know that you were in South Africa like 2 days ago? And I'm like, no. Like, it just sounded so weird. It's so foreign to me that I would be in South Africa like, 2-3 days ago. And so I was just so confused, and so when I do seize, I bite the side of my tongue. And so the only way for me to tell that I've had a seizure is because of, my tongue. Like, it hurts the next day or whenever I, come to it. And so I was like, okay, yes, it happens because of the type of seizures that I get. I collapse or I faint, I lose consciousness, and then I have no idea what's going on. And then when I come to, if nobody tells me that I had a seizure, I would not know that I had a seizure, besides for the fact that my tongue will be the sign that, okay, something happened. Okay, so that happened on October 1st, like the night from September 30th into October 1st. Wait, no, it was October 1st into October 2nd. The night of October 1st into October 2nd is when that happened. And so then I was fine the whole time. And then October 6th, something happened October 6th. I'm not quite sure what it was, but I was sitting here and I was doing something. And all of a sudden, I had this like weird feeling. I didn't lose consciousness. And I was talking to my son because my son was standing right next to me. And like something happened where I just felt not myself. And later realized that I made a post on the epilepsy group that I'm in, talking about the fact that I just came back from South Africa and I went on a hike, a 2.5-hour hike up Table Mountain. And I posted anonymously. And I'm like, wait a second. When I went back and I saw the post, I was like, why in the hell will I post anonymously? Like, the group knows me. I post with, with my full name and my profile. So it was just odd to me that there's a post about this experience that I had, and it's an anonymous post, yet my picture's on there. Like, because I attached my picture, yet it's not anonymous. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I was like, something happened on the 6th. I don't know what it was. It was probably a seizure. It was not the regular one that I used to get, that I've been getting every month, the grand mal seizures where I collapse and lose consciousness. It wasn't like that. I was conscious. I just, there was just some confusion there that I cannot explain. And so, so that happened, and I was like, okay, at least it's not a grand mal, because those are like the worst, right? So I'm like, okay, there is some changes, and my diet is strict. When I tell you it is strict, I eat twice a day. The first meal is at 10 a.m. like not before. It's at 10 a.m. and it's like yogurt, unsweetened, full fat yogurt. I would add nuts in there. Like I grind my own nuts. It's for me, it's kind of a type of granola, but it's like a homemade. It's not even like granola. It's just a bunch of nuts like grinded together, and seeds, pumpkin seeds grinded together, and I put it in the yogurt, and then I put a tablespoon of MCT oil, and then I put ginger, like ground ginger, just to, for my stomach digestion. And I would put blueberries and cream, like, like dairy cream. I put probably like a quarter cup or like a quarter cup of dairy cream in there. So it's a full fat concoction yogurt thing that I make. And so in the nut mixture, it's like Brazil nuts, almond, pecans, macadamia, and then the pumpkin seeds and any other nut that I have. So that's what I do. That's my first meal of the day, and it's the same meal every day. Every day at 10 o'clock, I eat the same thing. My next meal is at 2 o'clock. That one, it's 3 Vital Farm eggs boiled, and a patty, a Force of Nature patty that I get from Whole Foods, and I fry that patty in ghee butter. I don't use any other oil but olive, coconut, avocado, and ghee butter, and a regular butter, but not margarine, like butter. That's all I use. So if I run out of ghee butter, I use regular butter to fry my my patty in, and it's just the patty. There's nothing else, like no bun, nothing like that. And so after that, okay, so then I would either maybe make some cauliflower to go with that, or some like salted onions. It's either one or the other. Oh, and on my 10 a.m. meal, I also put in blueberries, like a cup of blueberries. That's like the only fruit that I eat. It's the blueberries. So that goes with the 10 a.m. meal. And then the 2 p.m. meal, it's these things where it is the eggs, the patty, Force of Nature patty, and it has to be Force of Nature because I found out that the other beefs that I get taste not so, it just tastes off, So I like the Force of Nature brand, and I'm not affiliated with them. So that's what I eat. And I will have one avocado with the cauliflower or salted onions, depending on what I feel like that specific day. And that's it. That's my 2 meals of the day. In the evenings, before I go to bed, around 8:30, like, right before I get ready to go to sleep, I make my tea. I take a rooibos tea. It's imported from South Africa. Rooibos tea, I take a cup of it and I steep it while I go take my shower. So I make it and like have it sit there for 30 minutes while I take my shower, come out, and then I pour some biotica. Like, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but it's a type of magnesium that I use. It comes in pouches that I squeeze into the my tea. So I then stir it, and that's what I drink. I don't put any sugar, nothing. And at first it was tasting horrible. Everything that I just mentioned tasted disgusting, besides for my 2 p.m. meal. The 10 a.m. meal was gross. The unsweetened full fat yogurt with MCT oil and sour blueberries. I mean, I like blueberries, but sometimes they're just so tarty that I just cannot take it. But you know what? For the sake of health, I was like, right now, we're not eating for pleasure, we're eating for health. So if this is what it's going to be, then this is what's going to be, because it's either this or the medication, right? I think there's like a quote that says, if you don't eat your food as medicine, you're going to have to eat your medicine as food. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. So I was like, okay, you know what? No, I'm not going to be on medicine for the rest of my life. So I am going to use my food as my medicine. No matter how gross it tastes, my taste buds just have to get accustomed to it. And so that's what we've been doing. And now I actually enjoy my 10 a.m. meal. It's not disgusting anymore. I actually like it. And I haven't had any sugar besides for what I just told you, the natural sugar that comes from the dairy and from the blueberries. That's it. no other sugars makes it into my diet. And so that's it. And I feel great. I feel great. I've been off of the medication. I don't have any auras. I haven't had a grand mal seizure where I just faint and collapse and, do what I normally do since October 1st at 11:59 p.m. 11:30 p.m. Yeah. It's my last grand mal seizure where I actually lost consciousness. Then this thing that happened on the 6th, which I don't know what it is. I also suspect that it was some form of seizure, because I do remember that after I kind of came to, I had this headache, and I don't get headaches. Like, headaches is not my thing. If I get a headache, something is wrong, or something is wrong. And that's what's been happening after a seizure. I would have a headache. So that's what I suspected. Okay, it must have been a seizure that was mild compared to, the normal seizures that I'm getting, which to me is a good sign, because it means that whatever I'm doing, at least it's not causing me to lose consciousness, right? So yeah, so today is day 23. And I will keep you posted on what happens because today, according to my period tracker, I am supposed to start my period tomorrow. And normally my seizure patterns has been, around this time every month. It's like, around the beginning of my period, or towards the end of my period, or towards my ovulation cycle, like right around, this time. So I'll see what happens this month. And then I'll keep you guys posted. Alrighty, thank you. I will see you in the next video.